Welcome to the Books Bible Study, where we are continuing and reading through the entire Bible, beginning at Genesis, ending in Revelation. The chapter for today is Genesis chapter 44, and verse 1 reads, "And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, Fill the men's sack with food as much as they can carry, and put each man's money in the mouth of his sack." Verse 2. "Also put my cup, the silver cup, in the mouth of the sack of the youngest and his grain money." The youngest is Benjamin, right? So he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. So they had just finished eating with Joseph and his household, and now they are getting ready to return back home. Verse 3. "As soon as the morning dawned, the men were sent away, they and their donkeys." Verse 4. "When they had gone out of the city and were not yet far off, Joseph said to his steward, Get up, follow the men, and when you overtake them, say to them, Why have you repaid evil for good?" Verse 5. "Is not this the one from which my Lord drinks, and with which he indeed practices divination? You have done evil in so doing." So he told them to put his cup in the sack of Benjamin, right? Then verse 6, "So he overtook them and he spoke to them these same words." Verse 7, "And they said to him, Why does my Lord say these words? Far be it from us that your servants should do such a thing." Verse 8, "Look, we brought back to you from the land of Canaan the money which we found in the mouth of our sacks. How then could we steal silver or gold from your Lord's house?" Verse 9, "With whomever of your servants it is found, let him die, and we also will be my Lord's slave." So they don't know what Joseph has done, right? Verse 10, and he says, "Now also let it be according to your words. He with whom it is found shall be my slave, and you shall be blameless." Verse 11, "Then each man speedily let down his sack to the ground, and each opened his sack." Verse 12, "So he searched. He began with the oldest and led off with the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack." Verse 13, "Then they tore their clothes, and each man loaded his donkey and returned to the city." Verse 14, "So Judah and his brothers came to Joseph's house, and he was still there, and they fell before him on the ground." Verse 15, "And Joseph said to them, What deed is this you have done? Did you not know that such a man as I can certainly practice divination?" Now, this was definitely a trap to bring them back, right? To accuse them. He had already accused them of being spies. Now he is accusing them of being thieves by doing something that he himself has done. And divination describes the act of seeking out or finding out hidden information. And generally, when you say divination, this means seeking out information apart from God, like it's not revealed by God. And I'm not sure what Joseph meant in his question. If the cup had something to do with him receiving answers that are unknown, or was he just saying this? Verse 16, "Then Judah said, What shall we say to my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God has found out the iniquity of your servants. Here we are, my Lord's slaves, both we and he also with whom the cup was found." Verse 17, "But he said, Far be it from me that I should do so. The man in whose hand the cup was found, he shall be my slave. And as for you, go up in peace to your father." So now remember, first Reuben tried to convince his father, saying that, hey, let me go. If anything happens to him, it's on me. And then Judah promised that they will return with Benjamin as well. And so now here it is, Joseph threatening to make Benjamin a slave, right? So basically threaten them that they're not going to return with Benjamin. Verse 18 says, "Then Judah came near to him and said, Oh, my Lord, please let your servant speak a word in my Lord's hearing, and do not let your anger burn against your servant, for you are even like Pharaoh." Verse 19, "My Lord asked his servant, saying, Have you a father or a brother?" Verse 20, "And we said to my Lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age who is young. My brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him." Verse 21, "Then you said to your servants, Bring him down to me, that I may set my eyes on him." Verse 22, And then we said to my Lord, as if Joseph wasn't there. He's repeating the whole thing, right? And we said to my Lord, the lad cannot leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die. Verse 23, but you said to your servants, unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you shall see my face no more. Verse 24, so it was when we went up to your servant my father that we told him the words of my Lord. Verse 25, and our father said, go back and buy us a little food. 26, but we said, we cannot go down. If our youngest brother is with us, then we will go down, for we may not see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Verse 27. Then your servant my father said to us, you know that my wife bore me 2 sons. Verse 28. And the one went out from me, and I said, surely he is torn to pieces, and I have not seen him since. Verse 29. But if you take this one also from me, and calamity befalls him, you shall bring down my gray hair with sorrow to the grave. Verse 30. Now therefore, when I come to your servant my father, and the lad is not with us, since his life is bound up in the lad's life, it will happen when he sees that the lad is not with us, that he will die. Okay, so it seemed like there was more than one favorite in the house. Okay, Jacob's life, or Israel's life, was tied to Benjamin, so much so that he would die if Benjamin would not return. So he would basically die from a broken heart, right? Because his 2 favorite sons from his favorite wife are gone, along with his wife. Rachel is dead now as well. So it says, so your servants will bring down the gray hair of your servant our father with sorrow to the grave. Verse 32. For your servant became surety for the lad to my father, saying, if I do not bring him back to you, then I shall bear the blame before my father forever. Verse 33. Now therefore, please let your servant remain instead of the lad as a slave to my Lord, and let the lad go up with his brothers. Verse 34. For how shall I go up to my father if the lad is not with me, lest perhaps I see the evil that would come upon my father? So Joseph is going through his little test that he's doing. I believe he's trying to see how they treat Benjamin as well. Maybe he wants to see if they despise Benjamin like they despised him. Of course, he wanted to see Benjamin himself as well. So I just see him kind of running these little tests by them to get them to come, get them to go, kind of get them to do what he wants them to do. And I'm not really sure of all the plan that Joseph has for his brothers. But I don't think it's like a short distance, right? It's not a short distance from where they are in Canaan to Egypt. So I'm hoping he reveals himself soon before they have to go back and forth again. Okay, so this is the end of chapter 44, and we will continue with chapter 45. God bless.